Guys, we are thrilled and a little scared to welcome our good friend, Tim Ritter, the author of The Screamer Down the Hall and Other Tales. Just in time for spooky season.
Exactly.
Oh, I hope you don't get offended by saying we're a little scared.
That's okay.
We do love you.
That's the intention.
You are our friend.
A little scared. Yeah, exactly.
So
that's the whole point.
Let's just get right to the title. What exactly is The Screamer Down the Hall? And I don't want to meet that screamer.
Well, The Screamer Down the Hall is it's a lengthy poem. And think The Raven, okay?
Okay.
Edgar Allan Poe and Ambrose Bierce are both my literary heroes. And I wanted to write something about Poe and kind of zeroed in on his death, which of course has all kinds of theories, and it's a mysterious thing that happened. But one of the basic ideas behind it is the fact that as he died in the hospital, he was screaming Reynolds, this name Reynolds, and nobody ever understood who Reynolds was. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking about that, and I thought, okay, what about a guy down the hall who's also a dying patient and keeps hearing him scream Reynolds in his delirium, and it's driving him crazy. Oh. And so that's the idea of the poem, is the screamer down the hall is Poe. Wow. And he doesn't know it until the very end. And I slid in a few little references to Poe. There may be a few nevermores in there. I got real close to one of his lines from The Pit and the Pendulum is in there as well. So it has a heavy reference to Poe, but it is actually this guy unknowingly listening to Poe die.
Wow.
Oh my
yeah.
Just the links between it all. And okay.
And it was interesting because I submitted that poem to the International Poe Festival in Baltimore in 2020, and it was a finalist.
Wow.
And so I knew I had to do something with it and turn it into something
wow.
big.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank
you.
What a genius concept.
Seriously.
What a concept.
So what else can people find in kind of the rest of the book?
Oh, there's a lot of stuff. We've got serial killers on the loose. There might be a monster or two inside there. And actually, there are some references to the Ozarks in there as well. There's one story called Marked, where a guy from Michigan buys a place in the southern hills of Missouri, and not all is as it seems to be. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, something is fundamentally wrong, and so that's neat. And he doesn't figure out until the very end what really is wrong. And then there's also a story called The Old 592, which is a reference to the old Chadwick Railroad.
Oh.
And it's the idea that the old Chadwick train comes to life on nights with no moon. And these two teenagers decide to challenge the legend of the old 592.
Oh.
Yeah.
That is really spooky.
I love your creative brain of a writer to take something like you said, with The Screamer Down the Hall. Mm-hmm. You're taking something that's kind of known, but you're taking somebody else's perspective from that story, or somebody from the Ozarks. A story, but you're taking somebody else's, and it kind of connects. To me, that's fascinating how you can take and make a whole story from that.
Yeah, I love to do stuff like that, where you you look at something that has happened, and you think, well, how can I approach this in a way that's never been thought of before? You know, and when you do that kind of stuff, especially since it's fiction,
yeah,
I love it.
You can just play.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just absolutely wonderful. It's a lot of fun to do.
Well, I'm sorry, I might go off script here, but I did mention it. I read the Mind the Leg Madeline.
Yes.
And we all sleep. I sleep with one leg out, and that's what this story is about. Is like, don't sleep with one leg out because there's something lurking. I mean, since it's nonfiction, where are you finding, like the inspiration for these things? Is it from like, hey, I slept with my leg out last night, let me write something?
Well, a little bit. Honestly, when I started approaching the idea of this book, I just thought about, well, what scares you? What scares people?
Yeah.
And if you've, some phobias or just the old tales that you heard when you were a kid and all that, and you just go with that, because certainly a lot of our fears from our childhood still lurk back in there somewhere, and you can play with that. My wife says, "You are sick."
Aren't we all?
But but that was part of the fun, is just going back to childhood and going, okay, what was scary back then?
Before we run out of time, where can people get your book?
Oh, you can get it on my website, timritter.net. You can go there. I've got a page where you can order it. You can also email me if you would like to get a signed copy of the paperback. Otherwise, it is available in ebook. And